Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us on the webinar. My name is Abhishek and I'm working here as a training manager in the Learnfly Academy. It's a training company. So today I will give you some inputs or I'll give you some information about the business intelligence in Microsoft. What we have in Microsoft, what are the options we have and how it will help you to improve your efficiency on your daily work. So from last more than 10 years I'm in the training industry with a different profile, and I have various certifications in Microsoft with the BI or the cloud or some project management certification like ITL, Scrum Master, Agile Information. Okay, so before going to delayed start, I would like to start the webinar for this. So the main agenda of this webinar is that I would like to tell you that what exactly we do in BI, what type of people can use the BI and how it will improve in your current scenario, in your current job profile. And once you learn the BI, how it will help you to improve your efficiency, your job profile as your, the data management skills also. So first of all, I'm trying to give you what exactly BI, how it will help you, what are the different scenario where you need to use the BI, what are the different trends in the BI in the market, what type of project role and what type of role people can utilize it, and what are the different data models. So I'll explain you the complete BI model, whatever the BI tools we have in Microsoft, and what are the courses we are offering right now in the BI. You can enroll for the course and you can go for the training on that particular course. I hope everyone can hear me clear and you guys can see my screen. Okay. Thank you, Prashant. Okay, so before going to delay, I would like to introduce the BI. What are the different scenarios? I hope that maybe few of them in the entire audience, maybe you guys aware about the BI or maybe you are the new in the BI terms. But definitely once you learn the BI concept, it will help you to introduce yourself. It will help you to manage your reports on the cloud as well as on premises. So we have a different tools that we can utilize here. We have a different options we have here, which we can go and we can utilize the stuff. So first of all, I'd like to, I'll go one by one. What are the different scenarios we have? As I told you that it will improve the decision making process. It will make it easy to access and share the information on the cloud. You don't need any dependency on any of the software. Like you heard about a very popular tool in the market right now, Power BI. It's given by the Microsoft in Office 365 tool. It's very popular market because you don't need any dependency on the local systems. If you have the internet credentials, if you have the license for the Office 365 or the Power BI, you can go, you can start, you can upload the reports, you can do a lot of automations, you can do a lot of transformations inside that, and you can publish that report anywhere within the cloud. Either it's within the company, within the organization, or either it's on the cloud like SharePoint or some other cloud systems. So definitely it will enable you to real-time analysis or quick navigations where you can reduce the risk of bottlenecks, and it will help you to know your business in the terms of visualization. Because once you have a data and you want to show that data in front of the management team, they're not very interested to know about your data, that what exactly data is saying, but they are very interested to see the data in terms of visualizations, in terms of charts, in terms of graphs, so that they can decide or the decision maker of the company, they are very interested to see the things in the visualizations. So in these terms, normally we use the BI. Then there are different types of scenarios we have. You heard about that big data is playing a very important role right now these days in the market. The people are very crazy about the big data. They are eager to learn that what exactly big data is. So big data is almost something different. It's not like a BI, but it's a part of the BI. You can say it's a very similar kind of BI. If we have a lot of data that's not adjusted by the BI, we move to the big data. That is online definitions you can see here. But yeah, of course, it's a big data like result of data generated by the internet or social media or e-commerce site. You can taking the data from different sources every day, and that data you want to do some visualizations, you want to do some transformations, you want to do some integration services, you want to create some automations on that data, analysis on that data for historical data if you have, and on that historical data you want to do some predictive analysis on that data. So for these purpose we are going for the BI terms. Sometimes it depends that data is very constantly being gathered from the commercial uses, or data size is growing day by day or hour by hour or week by week because you are taking the data from some outside. And on that data, on the end of the day or the end of the week, you want to see or you want to check that how much data we have. You want to analyze something from data. That data, you want to find out some result within that data, maybe as per the country wise, as per the revenue wise, as per the people wise, it depends. And on that data you want to create some reporting, and on that reporting prospects you can decide, it will give you the power to decide something or take some decision on that particular data. So you can create some metrics, you can create some graphs, some visualizations on that, and definitely it will improve your organizational performance as well as your performance also. As I told you that analysis is a very important part in the BI because we do some analysis. We have a lot of transformation or analysis options are there that we can utilize. It depends on the different tools. We have a different tools in the BI. It depends that what tools you are using, because on the basis of tool you will learn that there is a limitations of every tool. If one tool can perform everything for you, then why people are going for the another tools? That's why there's a limitations for every tool. At one point of time the tools will not help you, it will not support your data, it will not support your as your requirement, then you have to move some other tool. So we have, first of all you need to identify that how much data you have, what are the capacity of data you have, and as per the data capacity you have to find out that which BI tool you need to use for the analysis or the reporting purpose. So analysis is a part, analysis is very important major part for the BI, or the collaboration is again it's very important part of the BI. There are different trends are going on the market for the analyzing the data on the BI. Like we talk about the historical data or the current data. So in historical data, we have mainly, let's say we are fetching the data from some other sources. Or you can take an example like if I'm talking about the banking system. So a lot of holders are uh, have the informations in my bank, in any of the bank. And if I want to see that from last 10 years, which branches have more accounts from the urban areas or the saving accounts or the current accounts or some different accounts. So this type of analysis we will perform on the historical data, not on the current data, because on current data you cannot do any type of analysis. That is the one point. On current data means if you have a data, like if you have a form like google.com, you create a form, user are feeding the form every minutes and they're submitting the data are coming very frequently to you every minute. You are the 10 registrations or 20 registrations are going on, you have the capacity of data you have. So on that data you cannot do analysis. Of course you can do the analysis till yesterday data, till the last week of data, whatever you have, on that data you can do the analysis. So analysis reporting you can do on the current data also, whatever the data you have till that time you can go and you can utilize the reporting. But if I'm talking about the integrations, or if I'm talking about the analyzations, then definitely you have to go with the historical data. On basis of historical data you can take the decisions, you can do the predictive analysis also. So for normally in BI we have two types of BI. One is called self-service reporting tool, and one is the normal BI tool. So self-service reporting tool actually in which you don't require any dependency, you don't require any existing server within your company that you need to take the help. The all the tools, if or you don't need a very technical knowledge to run the self-service BI reporting. Like you heard, all of you guys are working with Excel. Excel is a very good tool, and every company within the world are using the Excel. But only feeding the value in Excel and creating a small chart is not a thing. That is, Excel can do a lot of things for you. We have a courses we are running here that is for the Excel BI. So in Excel BI, normally we talk about all the Power Map, Power Query, and the Power Tools. There's a complete Power Tools in Excel. So if the guys is not very technical, but he have a very, I mean, the little bit idea about the things, that how the things are working, how the chart is created, and what is the, I mean, a little bit of technical knowledge if they have, they can easily work on the Excel BI. So Excel BI is a part of self-service BI, because for Excel BI you don't need to take any depth training technical knowledge, or you don't require too much things. You need a very good Excel skills, and you need little bit of BI stuff, because there are a lot of terminology we have in BI that you required. Then we have increasing adoptions of BI. That is also very important point, because these days what I have seen that a lot of companies are moving to the BI, because every company requires some decisions. They want to do some decisions, they want to create some statistics on the basis of report, and on the basis of report, on the basis of data, they want to take some decisions and create something on that. So on the for decision making, people are moving to the BI. So every organizations right now moving to the BI platform. It depends on the organizations that which BI tool they are going to use. It may be cloud based Power BI, or the normal self-service BI, that is Excel BI, or maybe go for the SQL BI, or if someone want to go, they can go for the SharePoint BI. So in Microsoft, actually we have, these are the BI tools that normally companies are using in the market. Okay, so a lot of out of box solutions given in the Microsoft BI. Apart from that, there are a lot of other BI tools available in the market, like Tableau, Qlik, Pyramid Analytics, and a lot of them. You can utilize that one also. You have to purchase the license, or few of them are free in the market. You can download and you can do the BI. But the Microsoft, the solutions that provided by the Microsoft, that is the best one. That's why we prefer to go with the Microsoft BI, because it will integrate very easily with the Microsoft product, because it's Microsoft is a main vendor, so it will integrate with other Microsoft application very easily. You don't need to create some third-party tool or something. It's very easily you can integrate the stuff. Then different types of roles within the company, they can use the BI. It maybe you are the data scientist, maybe you are the data architect, maybe you are the BI developer in your company, maybe you are the program manager, or the any of the technical directors, or the technical team member. It may be the IT, or maybe the people like who is working on the data. The main purpose is that you are working on the data, and you are the responsible for showing the resolutions. You are the responsible for showing the visualizations in front of the management. So any kind of profile you're working within the company or any of the organizations, you can go for the BI solutions for that. So if I'm talking about the analysis is very important part, because taking the data and creating a charts is very easy. That you can do it with Excel also. You don't need the BI. But within the taking the data and creating the chart, in these two part, from start to end, there is some mediator type of thing that's called analysis. On the medium point of time, you need to analyze the data. You need to do some transformation on that data. You need to write some queries, okay, on the data, on the basis of that you can exactly give the shape of data, that what exactly you're looking for on the front of the reporting tool. So for that you need some data sources. The source can be anything. Source can be SQL Server, can be Tableau, can be Azure SQL, it can be your Excel file, or the CSV file, or Access file, or some other. There are n number of things, n number of sources available from where you can fetch the data. Once you fetch the data, then you have to write some query. Query means that is the transformations. Let's suppose you are fetching the data from SQL Server and you have around 50 million data, but you want to take only 2 millions of data in that, on the basis of some filtrations, on the basis of some transformations. So you can write a query there, and you will fetch only 2 million data in that. And once you fetch the data, then you go for the transformations. I mean, you want to delete something, you want to filterize something, you want to apply some formulas, you want to create some columns inside it. So a lot of transformations you can perform. And once the data is correct as per your requirement, then you can go for the visualization, that is for the reporting. So in reporting, you will create a complete chart, different, very good look and feel chart you will create there. and you can go for the visualization in that terms. So this is the complete analyzations part in the data. If you have a data, first of all, take the source. You need to identify the source. Then you have to write the query inside it. Then do some transformations, and then create a chart or do the visualizations on that data. So data sources can be anything that I told you, that it can be the on-premises or in the cloud or in the file. So on-premises maybe the SQL Server, Access, CSV, Excel file, any type of on-premises data. If I'm talking about the cloud, so maybe on the SharePoint, maybe on the Azure SQL, maybe on the Azure, any Google Drive, or maybe on the Facebook, LinkedIn, Mailchimp. There are a lot of tools available from where you can take the data. Or in files, like if you have some Excel file or the Notepad or some other file within the system, in your local system, you can take the data. You can see in my presentation one terms is written that is called ETL. ETL is the complete BI term. If someone will tell me that, give me the definition of BI, what we are doing in the BI. So in one word, we can say that we will do ETL in the BI. So the full form of the ETL is the extract, transform, and load. So it's the same thing that already we discussed. Extract means taking the data from the source. It can be anything. Transform, just do some transformation on the data, write some query, create some transformation, create some formulas, add some, do some filtration, sorting, delete some row, add some row, whatever you want, do some transformation. And then once the data is perfectly fine as per your requirement, go with the load. And once you load it, you can apply the visualizations. You can create the charts on that, and then you will publish it to the in front of the management for the decision making. So the complete thing, if I'm talking about the BI, what exactly BI is, in one line we can say that BI is same like extract, transform, and load. This is the complete BI process. So as I told you that BI is it's a very broad category of applications and technologies for gathering, sorting, analyzing, sharing, and providing access to the data to help enterprises, users to make better business decision maker. So here you can analyze something, you can do a lot of stuff in analyzations, you can do the reporting, you can do the monitoring after that. Once the reporting done, then you can monitor is also that how many users are coming and check my reports, how many users are taking advantage from my reports. So complete monitoring systems are there. And then you can create some planning for the automations that also you can perform. If you're using SQL BI, you can perform some automations also. So it doesn't matter that on which level you are working. You can start your BI knowledge from a basic level like Excel BI. You can start with the Power BI, because in these two things you don't need a very good technical knowledge. If you have a little bit, you are knowledge about the SQL Server or the Excel, how to work with Excel data. You know how to create the charts, what the meaning of pivot table or the Power Pivot. You can easily go with the Power BI or Excel BI. But if you want to go with some other tools like SQL BI or SharePoint, you should have good knowledge about that particular product. So it depends that on which profile you are working right now. The vision is very clear of the BI, that is a complete offering that enables all the decision makers to drive increased business performance. Of course, in one line I can say the benefits of the BI is the performance of business. If these things increase your business performance, it will definitely help you. And it's very comprehensive and integrated BI offering, widespread delivery of the intelligence through Microsoft Office, enterprise grade and affordable. So once you opt these things, it will help you to increase your productivity. It will help you to increase your BI stuff or the BI dashboard. Everything it will increase, and it definitely, once these things will increase, it will increase the revenue of the company, because the correct decision will increase the revenue of the company. So decision is very important. The decision makers are very important, who taking the decisions on the basis of your data, on the basis of your visualizations. So there are n number of tools here, that end user tools or the business intelligence platform. If I'm talking about the end user tools, like people, the person or the user who is not very good technical, they can go for the end user tool like Excel or the Power BI. But you want to utilize the complete BI, you want to enjoy the entire BI section, the complete BI performance you want to see, you have to go with the BI platform in that case. So for the layers, I want to show you that the layers we have, like data warehouse is a layer. Then we have integrate, we can integrate the things that source. Then we have analyze it, that is transformations. And then we have a reporting, that is visualization. Then we have end user, the tools we have for end user, that is for Excel that I told you. So end user guys like Excel guys, they can go for the Excel BI, or otherwise SharePoint portal. If you're using SharePoint or you are the SharePoint user or the SharePoint administrator within your company, you can go and you can utilize the SharePoint portal knowledge. So there are different ways of BI. Like you can see that SQL BI, like in SQL BI, we are normally talk about three things. It's a 15-day course we have, that is SSIS, SSAS, and SSRS. SSIS is all about SQL Server Integration Services. SSAS is all about SQL Server Analysis Services, and SSRS is all about SQL Server Reporting Services. So if you are a data warehouse manager, if you are a data architect, or the BI manager in your company, and your company is working on SQL Server, your data is stored in SQL Server, then in that case, you have to go with any of the SQL Server part. So it's not mandatory that you have to go with all the SQL Server. I mean, all the BI in SQL Server. It depends. Like if the organization is very small, it's 1% dependency in an organizations. Let's say it's around 50 people are working in your organizations, and you are the only one who is managing the entire BI for the SQL. Then you are the person who is going to handle the integrations part, the source part, the automation part. You are the person who is going to handle the analysis part also. So in SQL Server Analysis Services, we are normally talk about MDX or cube. You heard about cube. We are creating the cubes in SQL, not a normal database. It's a cube. So cube, when we create the cube, that cube considered as a SSAS, Analysis Services. So in cube, we will learn about the SSAS. Okay. And then we have SSRS, that is reporting services. So it depends that if sometimes I have seen that people are not very interested in SSIS or SSAS, their responsibility in their company is only for the reporting services. They are responsible for only to do the reporting. Means the person, there is some person is sitting on the back end on their that particular person, and they will create the data, they will do the analyzations, they will do the integrations, and they will send the correct data to the SSRS guys, and that guy's responsibility to create the chart or the visualizations on that particular data and show it in front of the management or publish it for the management. So that is SSRS. So it depends that which one you want to go. If you are going, maybe you can go for the SSIS, SSAS, or SSRS. All these three, it's all three are the five-day course. It will be around 15-day course, and there's exam also in these three courses. Once you pass these all three, you will become a MCSA Microsoft BI. Otherwise, you can take any one of the module from here. Either it's integration services, either it's analysis services, either it's reporting services. Anyone you can take. If you're working with the SharePoint, you are the SharePoint admin or the SharePoint administrator or the SharePoint power user or the SharePoint site collection administrator, or anyone, your role is like this, you can go with the SharePoint BI. Because in sometimes what happens that the complete organizations, they are not using SQL Server on premises, they are not using database for SQL Server. They store all the data on the SharePoint. So in that time, they want to see the complete BI structure. That time, they wanted to see the complete visualizations, complete chart functionality or the visualization functionality on the SharePoint itself. In that case, you have to go with the SharePoint BI. That is again a second type of BI we have. If you are not very technical, you are very good in Excel, you are very good in creating formulas, you are very good in creating maps or the charts in Excel, you can go with the Excel BI. That is a combination of Power Pivot, Power Map, and Power Query. So these Power Pivot, Power Map, and Power Query is all for the on-premises. I mean, if you're using these things within the Excel, that's very good for you. But that you cannot, I mean, publish online. You cannot publish on the cloud at that time in Excel BI. But that will give you the functionality with the help of Power BI. Power BI is very, very good tool right now in the market. Very, very user-friendly tool in the market. User not required very technical knowledge if they are coming from the HR background, sales background, or procurement, or the administrations, any background. They have data and they want to create a report on that data. Very easily they can create these things with the help of Power BI. But for that, you need to purchase the license from Microsoft Office 365 because it's a part of Office 365. So either if your company is using Office 365 license, you can go with the Power BI. Otherwise, you can purchase the license for Power BI also independently. That is also possible. So there are a number of things we have. Apart from that, we have one more course that is called Microsoft End-to-End BI Solutions. In that course, what we do, uh, in that course, we'll talk about all the BI in terms of You Kushal is asking one questions, guys. I think he is asking that do we need a specific system requirement? No, for Excel BI, you don't require any specific system. If you're using Excel 2010, 2013, or 2016, you can go with that, and you need to install these add-ins. These three are the add-ins actually. So you need to go there and you need to add these add-ins like you can say like Power Pivot, Power Map, and Power Query. It's a free add-ins from Microsoft. You just need to install it and you need to integrate it with your Excel. So once you integrate it, you can utilize Excel BI, no problem. But yes, for SQL Server, you need the complete SQL installations you required there, the complete BI installation and configurations required there. Okay. For SharePoint, again, you need the SharePoint portal. You need in SharePoint installations first. Then you can do the SharePoint BI. And for Power BI, again, you need to purchase the license. So that's why we normally talk about the Excel. So Excel BI is the only the BI in which we have end user tool, that's called, because there's nothing we required, no any specific system requirement we required in the Excel BI. Okay, so Rajesh is asking a question that Power BI and SSRS are both the Microsoft tools, and what is the difference between them? See, Rajesh, Power BI is an online tool, okay, and the behavior is same, but the Power BI is more powerful than SSRS. If I'm talking about the both the differences, because Power BI gives you more transformations, Power BI gives you the more visualizations to create the data on that, and it gives you unlimited options to take the source data, and you can upload the data, publish the data online on the cloud anywhere within the organizations or out of the organizations also. If the person is not from the your organizations, you can share that link directly from there. So there are a lot of good features we have in the Power BI, because that works independently. But in SSRS, it only for the like on-premises type of thing. You cannot share the things out of the scope. You cannot share the stuff out of the link. Okay, is it clear, Rajesh? Chishan is asking a question that BI tool is a freeware. Of course, the few tools are freeware. You can go with Excel BI. Excel BI is a totally free. You don't need to do anything. You just go and download the Power Pivot, Power Map, and Power Query, integrate with your Excel, and you can start working with the BI. So this is the complete free tool. But of course, for SQL BI, for SharePoint BI, and for Power BI, you require something. You need license, or you need sometimes online. You need sometimes on-premises configuration or installations for that particular software. So these things are required. But if I'm talking about the freeware is only one, that is Excel BI. Okay, so let's come back to the points. There are the few tools we have in the Microsoft that we are using. We have a few courses, all the courses we are running right now. You will get any of the BI courses. So first course that I told you, it's 15-day course, SSIS, SSAS, or SSRS. It's a combination of these three. You can, if you wish, you can take any one of them, either SSIS, SSAS, or SSRS. And the second one is SharePoint BI for 5-day course, where you will learn about all the SharePoint as well as the BI also. Excel BI is a part of 3 days course. In that 3 days, you will learn about the Power Pivot, Power Map, and Power Query. And Power BI, it's a 2 days course where you will learn complete thing about the Power BI. I mean the analysis, transformations, integrations, and visualizations. Everything you will learn in the Power BI. So it's very hot product in the market right now, Power BI. That's running. But if the people are working with SQL Server right now, they will definitely go with the SQL BI or the Excel BI. That is your choice. That what environment your company is working. It depends on the environment, that which environment your company is working. So as per the environment, you can choose the topics. Apart from that, we have one more course running by the Microsoft, that is Microsoft End-to-End BI. Sometimes people maybe are very interested to learn all the BI, but they don't want to learn the BI in very depth. They would just want to learn what exactly SSI is, what exactly SSAS or SSRS, but they don't want to learn too depth of the every of the topic. Then we have one course for 5 days course. 55045 is a course code, and that is a 5 days course for Microsoft End-to-End BI solutions. In that course, we normally teach about SSIS, little bit of SSIS, little bit of, I mean, not little bit, but overview knowledge you will get here. SSIS, SSAS, SSRS. You will learn about SharePoint BI also. You will learn about Power BI also. You will learn about Excel BI also. So the complete combination of BI, if you want to learn, you have one course, that is End-to-End BI solutions by Microsoft for 5 days. So As I told you that there are normally different three ways we have for Power BI. There's a self-service BI, that is for Excel, then team BI, that is for SharePoint, or the enterprise BI. There are two things. So team BI, you can say like it's a SharePoint, Power BI. The other team BI. Enterprise level, if we are talking about, then it's Power BI and SQL Server BI. That is the enterprise level BI solutions, because enterprise means the complete organizations. If you want to run the BI performance for the entire organizations on the very top level, so that will come on the Power BI. Okay, so there are different BI we have right now in the market. So SQL BI, we are normally talk about SQL BI. We will normally talk about integration services, reporting services, MDS, and data quality services. These all things we will learn. So we will talk about here SSAS, that how to analyze the data, how to create the cubes inside it. Okay, once you create the cubes, then how we'll create some how we'll write the MDX query, how we'll write some DAX queries also you will learn here. So all the things you will learn in SQL Service BI. Okay, and then you are taking the data from SQL servers and do some tabular format, means convert that data in the SQL format, and then create some BI performance on that. So it's all about complete SQL BI if I'm talking. So you will learn integration services, how to integrate the things, how to automate the things, that is SSIS, integrate the stuff. Okay, means taking the data, create some automation. Let's say I have a data and I want that every time end of the day this will hit on my server. Take the data from there, create some notepad file, create some CSV file, and save it somewhere else or export it somewhere else. So that all things you will see here in the integration services. Then the analysis, that is SSAS, and then reporting. So analysis is a master data services, that is MDS, and data quality services. These two things will come on the SSAS, because in the transformation stage we will define the quality of data, we will rectify the data, we will refine the data, after deleting something, adding something, do some do some, add some rows, columns, add some figures, create some transformations. These two things comes to transformations, then move to the reporting part. Then SharePoint BI, you will learn these things, that what is BI center, because in SharePoint, a normal SharePoint will not provide the BI actually. For that you have to run the service, BI services. Okay, once you run the BI services, you have to create the BI center, and then you can utilize all the services by the SharePoint BI. That is BI Center, Performance Point Services, Visio Services, Excel Services, Business Continuity Services, and Power View. So you need few services that should be running on the background of the SharePoint. Then you can use the SharePoint BI. You can use the platform of the SharePoint BI. After running is Performance Point, Visio, Excel, and Business Continuity Services. Jamiller is asking that we are offering the course in online or the classroom, both mode. If in classroom mode, we are offering in only in Delhi in India and Dubai, and online mode you can take it from anywhere. Okay. Rajesh is asking that in Microsoft, is there any special tool for getting the real-time data from the social network? Yes, in Microsoft, you for real-time data, if you want to take it, you can go with the Power BI, because Power BI will give you the functionality where you can go and you can fetch the data. You can take the data from the real time, maybe from Facebook, LinkedIn, Big Data, Hadoop, Spark, Mailchimp, all of them. So n number of things are there. From there you can take the data in the Microsoft. So the Power BI is the only tool from where you can take this type of data on the real environment. Is that clear, Rajesh? Jamiller, did you got it? Thank you, guys. So Excel BI, that I told you, Power BI, Power Query. So a normal end user guys can run the Excel BI. Power BI is a dashboard that will provide you the 360-degree view of the business user with their most important metrics of one place, updated the real time and the unavailable of their devices. With one click, you can do a lot of stuff within the Power BI. It's a very hot and day to day, because it's a Power BI is an online tool. That's why Microsoft adding everything, something new on that tool. because every day they're adding some new sources, every day they are adding some new transformations, every day they are adding some new visualizations, because it's online, so it's upgrading every day. So that's the benefit of the Power BI. If you're using, definitely in a month or in a week, you will see something new on the Power BI tool. So that's the best part of the Power BI. You are very familiar with the latest things, what's going on the market. So before going to proceed, I would like to show you this our site, learnflypro.com, our head office in India, Delhi. We will provide the classroom or online training with all of them. Rajesh is asking, can we integrate D3 JS chart in the Power? Yes, of course you can integrate it, Rajesh, but for that you need some development concept. If you are a developer, you know the basic about JS and all the stuff, you can integrate it. They have options to integrate the embedded code. You can go and you can integrate it, no problem. But for that you need some development stuff. Okay, Rajesh. Okay, thank you so much. So these are two. We have a site, learnflypro.com. If you need any assistance, you can connect. You can visit this site, and you can go through all the courses, whatever the courses we have, and our head office in India. You can come here and you can connect with us anytime. This is our inquiry number. You can connect with anytime with this number, our India number, our US number, or our Skype ID, or you can write a mail, or you can drop an inquiry from here. Just go and drop an inquiry. What's your inquiry? Our technical specialist will connect you, our sales specialist will connect you and resolve your query in that. So this is the complete Microsoft BI tool that we are using right now. It depends that what exactly the course fee, Rajesh. It depends that how you means, I mean, the which course you want to go for, and the number of days and the location is online or it's on premises. So on the basis of that, the course fee. I cannot say anything about the course fee. Once you drop, if you have an inquiry, just drop a mail on the info@learnflypro.com, and our sales representative will connect you in a short period of time. Okay. Anyone else want to ask something? Anything, any questions in your mind you want to ask with BI or any course related inquiry? If we think Australian job market, which tool and skill the most? I think if you're going with the job market right now, so the very popular tool right now is a Power BI or SQL BI is very popular, because SharePoint BI is very limited. It's not like very good as per the Power BI. It's not like very good as per the Excel BI, but SharePoint BI is very limited concepts are there, very limited things are there. So if I'm talking about the popularity concept, if I'm talking about the top level of tools in the market in the BI in Microsoft, then it's a Power BI and SharePoint and SQL BI. In SQL BI, anyone you can take, like the majorly, if I'm talking about the popularity in SQL BI, also the top popular is SSAS and SSRS, not the IS, because a lot of people are working on the analysis services and the reporting services. Joe, I'm the BI analyst, and I would like to know if all the users in my organizations will require Power BI Pro to view the reports generated from the Power BI. No, Joe, all the users not required Power BI in your organizations, but of course, uh, for that you need, I mean, once you're going to publish the data in Power BI, if you're not the pro version, there's a direct link there. You can just copy that link and you can share that link with any user within your company. And without Power BI, they can see that reports whether in the laptop, in their desktop, or in their other gadgets like mobile phone, tablet, or any one of them. So it's not required BI Pro in that case if you copy that code. Okay, Joe. Okay, Ibrahim, we can normally provide the courses in English, but if you wish, we can arrange the Arabic for you. No problem. Yes, yes, Joe, it's a web-based viewing. Kushal, to Power BI, do we able to maintain our database on our local servers? No, in Power BI, you cannot maintain the data. In Power BI, you just fetch the data from your local server and then start working on the Power BI. You are not going to maintaining anything on the local server. Kushal. Anyone else would like to know something about Power BI or anyone, any other BI tool? Any questions anyone have? See, Kushal, in banking environment, I will prefer to go with SQL Server BI because banking environment, the data is very confidential, and if you're going to publish the data on the online, maybe it's not good for you because the banking data is very confidential as per the user, as per the banking system. So definitely in this case, you should go with the you will go with the SQL BI in that, Kushal. Vishal, we will not provide any live project. Of course, we have a complete course material in that. The Microsoft course material will provide you. In that, there are different live scenarios. The different live examples are there. You have to just go through that. The labs given by the Microsoft, only that. If apart from that, if any scenarios from your company, that we can discuss in the training. Thank you, Vishal. Anyone else? Thank you, Kushal. Okay, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this webinar session. Feel free to contact us anytime with any of the number or the Skype contacts or by email, different mode of channel you can connect with us. And hope to see you all of you again with some different webinar with some different projects. Thank you so much to joining us. Have a great day. Bye-bye.